So what's going on, guys? It's Captain America. Hope you guys are well, and thank you so much for jumping on this channel. So again, starting off with the match stats, so I ended up with a match rating of 7.0 with 6 possession wons and only 1 possession lost. Overall, I made 4 tackles, 50% accuracy on those, so it was a really good and strong performance from myself. Funnily enough, I was on a 7.5 rating throughout the entire game, but then I got a yellow card at the 90th minute for a foul I made on the 70th minute, so of course the ball didn't go out to play, hence why my rating then dropped down to 7 rating. So, but generally, you know, the way that I was playing, it was very dominant performance. You know, we did have a first time in quite a while a full 11. I am partnered up with a new centre back who we are trialling out, and same with the right back side of things. So let's just see how it goes in the next couple of games. But overall, this game was very dominant. You know, we had 64% possession in general, which is very, very strong. And we were passing it around and getting into the dangerous areas in the opposition half, as well as 14 shots in total versus a 4 opposition shots that they had. So, as mentioned, in general, it was a very great performance for myself. We should have scored many more goals the way that we were playing, but the goalkeeper on the opposition side was, I don't know, on some sort of drugs, because again, the AI goalies, I don't know what they have, but some games they're just absolutely insane. So yeah, we did keep a clean sheet and we did win this game, so it was a great game overall. The goal that we did score was at halftime from a great tackle from myself. They were counter-attacking. I had to make the tackle. It was literally in the extra time for the 45 minutes. Made the tackle and then we just countered them and we scored such a great goal. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, just sit back, enjoy the game. You know, overall, as mentioned, it was a very good performance. We are still getting the gist of the full 11. Again, we're trialing out different people. We're trying to go for fixed positions just in our team as well, as we look to go ahead within the Pro League in Germany. So no, overall it was a really good game. Do enjoy it, and just let me know your thoughts. Do like and, you know, comment down below your thoughts on this video and in any ways that I can improve this. So and if you are new and you haven't subscribed and you are enjoying this so far, please do subscribe. You know, we do talk about other stuff as well during these videos, which I post daily, such as like I don't know, transfer market now, the season's just finished, so just generally just random stuff. But in today's topic, guys, what we're going to be talking about is the later on fixture that we have with Italy as well as Argentina. So they're playing in the final, so as we know, the Italians won the European title, and then the Brazilians won the South American title, and of course they always do this final matchup on to decide, you know, who is the best ultimate team, let's say, globally. So you've got Italy versus Argentina. I think it's going to be a great lineup. You know, Italy done very well in the Euros. You know, they did beat England in the final, but then after that it's just been a bit of a tumble ride, and I'll tell you why. Because they got knocked out for the World Cup qualifiers, and they've got these qualifying knockout stages now, where, you know, they have to progress within that if they were in a certain, how do you say, position within the table. So Italy were playing against North Macedonia. It was like the old days where Barcelona was, let's say, playing against Celtic, and it was a case where Celtic won against Barca, but majority of the possession as well as the shots were coming from Barcelona. And it was exactly the same with Italy versus North Macedonia, if you haven't seen the video. So North Macedonia just absolutely shocked the world. Not just beating Italy, but they also did beat Germany as well, my team, a while back too. So it was unfortunate to see them knocked out, but no, they done well, and it's always good to see these underdogs play well. So let's see what Italy do. I think they are in a morale in which they want to boost, but again, let's see what happens. They do have Cellini, who is going to be playing his last game for Italy. He is going to be retiring after this, so of course he did have a fantastic performance over those Euros. You know, the way that he pulled Saka as well, which was absolutely hilarious. But no, fantastic player, but again, so old. Same with Bonucci as well, who again has aged quite a lot. So it'll be interesting to see what the lineup is going to be for Italy, if they're going to be trying out Bastoni, maybe going for 3 at the back, with Bonucci, Cellini as well as Bastoni, and then the wing back side of things. So it'll be interesting to see what they line up with. And of course they've got Donnarumma, the best goalkeeper in the world. Honestly, I don't know how he's the best goalkeeper in the world, guys. Like, he, for me, is not up there with the likes of like Neuer, the likes of Alisson, even Ederson, for example. Navas is better than Donnarumma. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, Donnarumma is still young. You know, he was playing a lot of seasons from a very young age with AC Milan first team. You know, he progressed well, but then of course there was moments where contract issues and movements as such. So there was a lot of times that you would see the games where fans for AC Milan were just throwing money onto the pitch for Donnarumma. He did stay on, I think, for a season before he moved over to PSG after that. But again, I only feel that he got voted as the best goalkeeper, wherever it was, because of the Euros, that Italy won the Euros. But again, he didn't do much. You know, he is a great penalty shot stopper, but I still don't feel that in general, for if he is a first team like a player in the league or the Champions League, I still don't think he's a good player. Hence why PSG have been playing Navas over him. Navas, I've always rated him, even when he was at Real Madrid, a fantastic goalkeeper. So no, I don't think Donnarumma is there as yet as a great, let's say, goalkeeper. But you know, Italy can't really do much with their first team goalkeepers as yet. So let's see what happens with the transition that they make, if they win or lose this game for the next couple of matches. But no, and then Argentina, of course. So you know, you got Messi, who's had an okay season at PSG. You know, it was a case where, you know, he was in the likes of Neymar, Mbappe. They had like a superstar team, but of course he couldn't, unfortunately, mold into the team. It is still, like, you know, early days for him. But again, he did progress quite well with the French Farmers League. You know, within the league side of things, he later on within the season he done very well. But then, of course, you got the likes of the Champions League, which they got knocked out by Real Madrid. But generally, it wasn't his season, and it was just him trying to adapt into a completely different league. You know, he's always been so comfortable in the Spanish league for so many years, unlike Ronaldo, who, as a Liverpool fan, I rate Ronaldo over Messi. I think Ronaldo, the way that he's transitioned to different clubs and still gone on to score records and, you know, just to smash things, while Messi stayed in one club, Barca, who were in their prime as one of the greatest clubs, and they had the first team for Barcelona playing as the first team for Spain in the Euros. I think it was, or the World Cup, I can't remember now, a World Cup, I think like in the 2008 or something like that. That's how good Barcelona were in those days. So no, I think let's see what happens. I think in general, I feel that Messi may move back to Barca, but again, Barcelona are looking at the likes of Lewandowski to move over, who I do feel will make that move. There was a funny rumour that Liverpool were going to go for him, but that's not going to happen, man. Like, the physicality of the Premier League, like, he's a really good player, don't get me wrong, but with the style that Liverpool play in, with the pressing, he's too old for that. He's a fantastic target man who's always going to be scoring, but the way that Liverpool play, they need all their men to be counter-pressing. So, no, I think he will go to Barca, and potentially Messi will see, not this season coming, I think the next season after, and then he's going to move over to Argentina to retire. That's what I feel his club career is going to be like. I think Ronaldo, he's going to do another year at United and then move over to Sporting, and I think just retire after that. That's what I think the progression is going to be for both of these two. So yeah, and then yeah, you got the likes of Haaland now that's moved over. So, you know, him and Mbappe are like the new Ronaldo and Messi. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how these guys compete with each other once Ronaldo and Messi do leave the scenes. I think it'll be really, really interesting, especially now with, let's say, Haaland moving over from the German league to the Premier League, which is a complete difference. But of course, his dad used to play for City, and he's been a City fan throughout as well. So it was going to be either that move or to Leeds, but Leeds aren't doing that great at the moment, so it would have been more of a downfall. But I do see him playing at Leeds in the far future. That's something that he's mentioned over some interviews as well. But again, I think it'll be really, really interesting to see how they would operate Man City, because they also purchased Alvarez, who done very well, who scored, I think, 6 goals it was, with a 9.8 rating. Like, what the hell does man need to do to get a 10 rating, man? Like, he scored 6 goals. He got a 9.8 rating. Like, I don't understand that. He should be on a, I don't know, 11 rating or something, but nah. But no, I think it'll be really, really interesting to see how, or if they operate with a 2 starting lineup, because that's something that they rarely do. They usually go for a 4-3-3 or, you know, some sort of formation like that, where they got like a sole striker, and then they usually cut in and work their way into the box that way. But no, I think it'll be really interesting. I think they will go for Haaland up front, lone striker, and then you got like Mahrez, who's been playing quite well as well. Sterling is going to be, I feel, leaving Man City. I think that's something that he was mentioning as well, that he's open to looking elsewhere. So you got the likes of like Chelsea that's interested in him. You also got Real Madrid, which I was looking at being rumoured too. So I think it just depends what he wants to do with his career at this point in time. If he wants to stay, if he wants to move into London, which is a viable option and something that he may enjoy, especially, you know, him being brought up within like the QPR ranks and then going from that, or going into like Spain and just trialing the trade out there. You know, Bale did have a successful seasons in, you know, Madrid, but then of course, you know, it's Wales first, then golf, and then it's Madrid. But yeah, Bale's leaving now too, so I think let's see if Sterling does make the move to the Spanish league. I don't think it'll be a good move. I think they've got a great team at the moment with Vinicius Jr. on the left. Sterling will be playing on the right side of things, which again he won't be able to cut in as such, which Vinicius Jr. is doing within Real Madrid. So I think the most logical move would be either to Chelsea, who missed out on Perisic, who moved over to Tottenham strangely. That was actually a very strange move because Chelsea were rumoured for Perisic on a free, and then Tottenham somehow got him. I think because of the relationship that Conte has built with him within his times at Inter Milan. As well as, you know, now they're also rumoured with Bastoni, the centre-back at Inter Milan. Again, the partnership that Conte had when he was back there in the Italian league, and they won the, I think there was the division at that time. So the relationship that they formed with these Italian Bastoni, who also is quite young as well, 23 years old, and he has been playing very, very regularly, not just for club but also country. A great centre-back, so I think if Tottenham do get that will be a really, really good purchase, especially that they've been pipping Arsenal in the league positions over the past, I think it was 6 years, they've been above Arsenal, which has been great for Tottenham, but again, they can't really showcase anything because they are Spurs and they love to not win trophies. They're allergic to that shit. So no, I think it'll be really interesting with these signings that these are being rumoured with. And then, of course, you got the likes of De Jong as well that United are rumoured to looking at getting. You know, you got Den Haag, who's built these Ajax players that have done phenomenal, such as mentioned, De Jong that's in Barcelona. You got Van der Beek, unfortunately, who did go to United, but then he flopped from their side of things, who I feel is a fantastic player and who they should have kept, because if they did have De Jong, and they do get De Jong, let's say, for example, and if they did keep Van der Beek, that would have been a great partnership, especially with what they've done in with Ajax, and then got all the way to the semi-final, but then got, you know, unfortunately knocked out by Tottenham. And then, of course, Tottenham then got dealt with by Liverpool in the final that time. So, no, I think, you know, if United are interested in De Jong, I think that'll be a really, really good purchase for them. But I don't know. Let's see. It's United, isn't it? They keep buying all these players, but they can't mould into it, you know. I think it's just going to be one of those ones if the new manager could do or make the changes that he needs to. Because, of course, he had the Alibaba Klopp, you know, Ragnick, whoever his name is, who, you know, defined the philosophy of this counter-attack in football, but man, he got dealt with by Liverpool with a 9-0 aggregate, you know, score over the 2 times that these guys played. So now I'm glad that he left, but I think it'll be interesting with United's new coach and seeing what philosophy that he entails within United, you know. But I'm glad that they're not winning these days, you know. This is something I'm really, really glad of. So thank you, Lord Jesus. And you got Nunes as well, as previous mentioned on my previous video just yesterday, that, you know, he is interested in Liverpool, and I do feel that his characteristics and the way that he plays will be very suited, you know. He had 28 games with 26 goals in the Portuguese league, and then in the Champions League 10 games and 6 goals. So again, very, very well seasoned for him. So that's a really good interest for Liverpool, especially with both Mane and Origi now leaving as well. But yeah, guys, that's it. We're coming to the end of this video. I do appreciate you guys listening to this blabber. Those that are new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe and like and comment. And those that are oldies and goldies, I do appreciate you guys as always. But yeah, coming to the end, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. I tackled, that was ages ago, the foul was, you know that?
Yeah, but like the referee, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. But it's a big call, mind you.
Not the result from the set.